Hey there, this is Darren. Day six of 51 Game Changers. Why my license plate? What? So, here it is. I've been doing stand-up comedy for about a year and a half. I was in the back of a comedy club and I was sitting with Vinny, my mentor. I watched this kid go up for his very first night. I've been doing it for a year and a half, and I get maybe 5 or 6 laughs in 5 minutes, which is not good. And most of them are pity laughs, but I was celebrating that I had more than 3. And been doing this for a year and a half, been getting stage time as often as I could. And this guy goes up his very first night, and he kills it. I mean, kills it. And I was just, I was disgusted with myself. I turned to my mentor, Vinny, and I said, am I just wasting my time? How do you know who's going to make it? And he said, that's easy, Darren. Whoever keeps going. Wow, whoever keeps going. Brilliant. You can't compare your journey to somebody else's journey. And what he offered to me after that was, he said, Darren, you've been taking that stage time thing to heart. I like that. You've been getting on stage whenever you can, as often as you can. He said, I'm going to give you 5 minutes of stage time wherever I play. You got to understand, this is huge. I was a wannabe. I was only doing open mic nights. And he offered me stand-up 5 minutes on a regular show, a real show with real people, with 100 people in the audience instead of 6 people in the back of a bar with the TV going on in the background. And he offered this to me, but then he looked me dead in the eyes. He said, but if you ever turn down stage time, I will never help you again. Whoa. What did he do for me? He clarified that habit that all the headliners in Boston had taught me is that number one habit, never turn down stage time. And I thought, but what if I don't do good? He said, I don't care if you don't do good. I care if you don't go up. Any day that you don't get on stage, Darren, is a day that you don't grow. What? So for you, in the, let's say the aspiration you have, that big goal, or that challenge that you're trying to overcome, what's the one habit? And if you are a speaker, an expert of any kind, hey Dwayne, then one of our main messages has to be teaching or showing or proving that number one habit. That people in your area of expertise, what's that one habit that they need to create to pass on to somebody else? And for me, in my world, presenting, speaking, first comedy, it was stage time. Never turn down stage time. Any day that you don't have stage is a day that you don't grow. And that was hard. And that's how I came to find Toastmasters. Because I was sitting at my desk and this newsletter, company corporate newsletter came across my desk about this thing called Toastmasters. I'm like, what's that? I start reading. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Here's a place I could get stage time during the day. Comedy clubs are only open at night. I could fail twice a day. Woohoo! So what's that habit? What's that game-changing habit in your world? Whatever it is you teach, if you're an author, an expert, a motivator, just like encouraging other people, what's that one habit that was a game changer for you? So for me, it was stage time. So when I moved here to Vegas 11 years ago, I got this as my name, my license plate. Why? Because I wanted to remind myself, what was that game-changing habit that changed it all for me? So when I started teaching and coaching other presenters and telling their story and being better presenters at the world-class level, I got really clear that this is the one thing that I took serious, that my mentors taught me, that I incorporated. And so with that clarity became around the world, people know me as the Stage Time guy. That's why my company is Stage Time University, because that's what I believe in. That's if you want to grow in our world, that's the one habit you need to create. And usually that one habit is the one we fear the most or the most uncomfortable with. Well, we've got to get comfortable with that habit and make it a part of our lives. So fast forward to several years ago, in Sydney, Australia, this Toastmaster club called themselves Stage Time based on what I was doing, what I was teaching. So that's like the ultimate compliment when somebody takes your habit, your brand, what you teach, and they named a club after it. Now, I didn't invent Stage Time, but I did take my stories and get super clear on what's the number one game-changing habit in your world. In my world, it's Stage Time. What is it in your world? What are the game-changing habits? And I encourage you and invite you to join me in the Game Changer Challenge, 51 days, 2 to 3 minute videos from the game changers from your life, the people, the habits, the tools that help make you who you are. So, hey, Jimmy Larson, welcome. Don, hey there. So, number 6 of 51, not necessarily in any given order, just whatever moves me that day. And today, it's all about stage time, stage time, stage time. See you tomorrow.